The energy surrounding you right now is a lot of what is of shadow is soon going to be of light. And it's almost like the something in the shadows is coming to light, but it feels a bit more than that. And this reading is going to be a bit different. I have a different tarot deck, quote unquote decks that I'm going to be using. One is literally of light and the other is literally of shadow. So we are going to start with the shadow part because I feel like the light needs to be explained last. It's like feeling around blindly for the light switch if the lights randomly go out and you're just like, oh, I can't see, and then you're trying to find the light switch or maybe the flashlight to give yourself some light. But you have to like find your bearings. Something about finding like uh your footing, finding your ground, and almost in a weird sense I'm getting like Toph from Avatar, the seismic sense that Toph uses. It's almost like having that even within not just like these metaphorical internal spaces of your mind, just actual like a seismic sense of literal like physical beings around you. Like the intuition you have is almost like can act like a seismic sense. Like you activate it at times and it's just like, oh yeah, you know exactly what's happening in the room without anyone needing to tell you. And that's where it's like when you become completely blind is when you tap into that. But what if you were a lot like the Avatar who isn't blind but still learned how to use seismic sense as an earthbender per se? Here we have King of Cups. Ooh. Oh, I just noticed. Look at the cup in this King of Cups card. His cup is shattered here. A truth has been shattered because maybe it wasn't the truth at all. A truth of your own personal being, I want to say, because it could be something like about you, connected towards you. And it's almost like while other people are holding up this truth of you, you see it as you are singing your song and breaking this glass. So, like, you're breaking this truth that people hold up and uh, are fulfilled by you being this person in their heads, and your actions have been proving otherwise. It's almost like it looks like an opera singer trying to break a wine glass right now. And I feel like through song, through voice, that very fluid, almost water-like element, I'm even getting references to sirens and stuff. It's not about like the fact that sirens are evil and they're gonna lure you in. It's like that could be the message that people are trying to say about you, and it's like you use this song to not break people down but to break generational curses, and that's something that is hard for people to see when they're not working with, I guess, generational healing or generational curses, whether they're working with it or they just don't have that in their path. It has this energy of people don't understand that level of like honesty and healing. I thought something flipped over. There's a level of honesty and healing in this. Hold on, I always have to double check. Are these the same? They are the same. Each deck is the same, by the way. For some reason, I thought this was a little like cooler toned, and I was like, hold on. Maybe you need to hold up something side by side and be like, are these, is like one a warmer tone, a cooler tone? And it's like, no, they're the same tone. And I heard something today of people wondering and asking like how much grace should they give people in their life, you know? They're always someone who like, oh, did I give too much grace? Did I give too little? And the word that someone replied with, or the sentence that someone replied with, was there's grace and then there's standards. And something about that is like you're holding yourself up to that standard, per se, or that mentality, and it's causing you to break not only cycles within yourself and in your life, but these like very, very profound generational like breakthroughs. It's not even just like a breaking of a cycle. You are breaking through to, I feel like, what has been meant for your legacy for like so long. The Sun card, what is in the shadows, is now going to be coming of light in this soon to be Sun card, because the sun is almost like, in this shadow side here, it's almost like the sun is somewhat half representing a full moon, but not in that way. It's still like the sun, but recognizing that it's not uh, the moon that is creating light, it is the sun that is reflecting off of it. And even using that mentality as a way of healing, what you shine onto the dark parts of your life and your soul, and even just like speaking these things, I feel breaking these like curses, I want to say, you are breaking through to a whole new like realization and epiphany, enlightenment here, that is also so much greater than yourself, because you feel the life force and you feel the vitality off of the healing of going to those dark places and shining light on them, and really understanding how you can break through to the other side, because the other side is literally yourself. This like thing you're trying to break through to is you. And I think you're seeing that for like the very first time here. The Emperor card. The Emperor card is very interesting because I feel like you have this really potent, powerful energy about you that can be used to create so much abundance for this, like for the longevity. Something in this scenario is like you're in this project, passion, pursuit, career, you're in it for the long haul. Like you aren't just here to have fun for 5 minutes and leave, or do something just to look cool and then that's it. Like you are looking towards this as like you are in it for the long haul, and anything that does not serve you, I don't know if you can see this, but that is the crown of another king over here, because maybe they weren't a king at all. Maybe they were a false king trying to claim that they were an emperor. But part of this is also like, ooh, it's almost reminiscent of the King of Cups crown here. They kind of look the same with the four little pegs. Um, you're breaking down anything that has made you feel like you've been following that sort of guidance of the false like king, I want to say. I'm also hearing like false prophet, because you understand maybe why people have followed this voice, because it doesn't have to even be about like certain obvious things. It could just be people like ignoring them, their true selves, and ignoring like what their true potential is. And for someone who, I feel like you're really good at seeing that potential in people, I feel like you have this idea that like now it's different. Now you need to cut through anyone that isn't going to follow this path. Because as soon as someone's like not saying they're gonna follow this path, okay, alright, goodbye. Like that's where you're cutting off like communication. Not cutting off people's heads, mind you, cutting off communication. Queen and King of Cups out here. You, I want to say you have a brighter future than you know. I think part of what you know is keeping you very much on your toes, because we have Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords on the top of the deck here. What's the next one? I just feel like it matters. Oh! Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups here. So, understanding your true self, understanding your true vitality, somewhat can give you a lot of anxiety, because I feel like there is this era of like, not necessarily responsibility, but like knowing where you need to go when you need to go. And I feel like part of you understands the the process of like knowing when you need to relax and sit within yourself, and that part makes you feel like a little uneasy. I feel like someone here is very much like listening to their intuition when they follow um, their just day to day things. So it's hard for you to kind of plan things around that because you're not even sure what your intuition is going to tell you the next day. And it could lead you on a whole new path that still felt very synchronistic and was very much meant for you. And I feel like you have anxiety of how you're going to plan for your future in this intuitive unknown space. And I think it's almost understanding that you can leave open doors for things. You can do something here, you can do something there, but always leave yourself that open door to understand what more there could be for you, in the sense of just because you may not sure when you're able to plan something, plan it accordingly once things come up in the mind intuitively. I feel like there's certain times where maybe you're thinking like, oh, I don't need to do this today because your intuition's telling you that, but maybe there's there's like a area of margin here where it's like, no, you don't need to do that right now, but you will have time later. Sometimes I feel like source spirit wants us to sit with ourselves before we get into our activity, our task, our like passion, the thing that is pushing us forward, the thing that we are being guided by to work towards in our lives. And when you are sitting in this era of relaxation and being with the mind, being very therapeutic with yourself, and going in and healing these dark things that have been coming to light, you're not sure how to move forward. But I feel like understanding, giving yourself like an hour, 2 hours to literally sit in your head and meditate in a way that you haven't meditated before, that isn't just going to uh, be the simple old lay down with some rocks maybe and then you fall asleep. Um, I'm not saying that's what someone's been doing here. It's almost like something has been taking up your time more than you thought, and you're not sure how to balance it. And that's where it's like, how is this going to work over here? This is going to work when you accept that it's maybe not right now, but you can do it later in the day. There's something about day to day things here, and not being overwhelmed with all the things that you want to do. But what's the real advice on that? Because that's the Nine of Swords really speaking here. We just got one card out here. Justice. Justice clarifying the Nine of Swords. So it's almost like you feel like you can't relax when you know you need to relax. And when you know you are relaxing, part of you is like, oh, well, I could be doing this, this, that, and this. And I feel like there's a part of you that needs to heal the balance of, hey, you don't need to do everything all at once to feel accomplished in a single day. You can feel accomplished just by planning things and even doing therapy for yourself. Whether the therapy is listening to this tarot read or listening to subliminals and frequencies and meditation music, whatever it may be, there's a balance that is needed there. Like and I feel like your soul is hungry for it. You can't really see it, but there's a feather in this scale here, and the feather is like making everything like unbalanced, but there's nothing on the other side that's keeping this in balance, that I feel like is the acceptance. That acceptance is leading to your fulfillment here, this Ace of Cups. And this Ace of Cups isn't going away because more of it is just leading to how you choose to function and live in your life. And through all of this, the Devil is here. The Devil card is almost a reminder of like, don't forget the things that you have been working on. Like, all of this is bringing darkness to light so you can break these, I want to say break these like chains that bind. Ooh, wait, okay, so I believe in this tarot deck, serpents are earth energy, which earth energy is pentacles. So 10 of Serpents is like a clear understanding about literally all the tools you have around you to create this balance, all of the things that you know you can do and need to do. And that is the final key to this, is the acceptance here. You're accepting that you're in this for the long run. So you're going to have to like explore what needs to be done in the long run. And if that is really getting through this devil, where you're telling this devil to its face that it ain't shit in a very simple manner, then it's like you're good. You're fine. You don't need to know about anything else when it comes to what you're learning and exploring in your own mind. It's like just now about action, and the intuition will follow. Like you will act and move, like in everything that you do, you will move intuitively and you would act intuitively. And I'm hearing a little bit of like, it makes people nervous sometimes because they almost can kind of, I feel like people know how intuitive you are and they can almost kind of sense like, oh, I hope this person isn't going to pick this up. And it's like you do something very kind, like people who actually like want to hang out with you and want to be around you. No, none of these devil like energies from really any part of the world. um the people that like you and want to be around you and that you choose to be around and be in your circle, they almost have this little ear, like voice that's like on their shoulder of like, oh, it's not even like a voice, it's more of like them thinking like, oh, I hope they don't pick up on this, or the collective doesn't like under, or like I wonder if they understand this, or if they don't understand it. There's like always this like tiny little thought, it could be random, like, oh, I wonder if they did this for the day. And as they think about that, like either 10 seconds to 5 minutes later, you're talking about it. Like you're talking about what they were just thinking. And it's crazy to them because they're just like, what the fuck? And then it's kind of almost through your actions proving how almost gratefully intuitive you are. I feel like someone here is so grateful for their intuition because it's led them out of so much struggle and led them to this security of the Emperor, where the Emperor is going to say, I don't need you, devil. I don't need this false prophet energy, this false, like, ooh, someone is really being a false, like, person here. And this isn't like who I was talking about earlier, people like the people that actually like to be around you, but I feel like there is an energy of someone is such a false like prophet in a way that they want to speak intuitively, and they're doing everything in a way that is against all of their intuition. So when they try to speak intuitively, it sounds so false that only the real people will recognize it, is what I'm hearing. Only the real people will see, oh, this glass is shattering. This truth is now being exposed. Something's cracking open, something is shattering and out into the open, and it's like a like something like a piece of liquid was in that glass, and all of that water and that mess is going everywhere for everyone to see. It's almost like this happening on like a Broadway stage, and it wasn't meant to happen, but it did. But wasn't through your voice, it was through your actions, and a bit of like what you were just talking about probably in general, of just like, I have this to say and I have that to say in like small general opinions. um you have recognized yourself. There's another energy here that recognizes you, and they do not recognize themselves, because I think everything that they want to recognize within themselves is what you are currently doing, and like, I want to say, like, not acting like or behaving like you just are. Like, you just are this embodiment of truth and of light and of honesty. And it takes a lot of fucking work. It's not easy to sit here and have to cut ties and make sacrifices and like set up not only walls and boundaries, but like standards of walls and boundaries, that it's like, no, these walls and boundaries are holding a kingdom, holding a village together. Like, the emperor isn't just the emperor sitting in a throne. And some people not even just one person in this energy. It's like some people, there could be a collective of people, group of people, do not want the kingdom, do not want the village. They want what the village gives them, which is notoriety, fame, fortune, and just all of this giving, 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 giving to the emperor, and the emperor not giving anything back. And you are someone who is like, I don't want to be an emperor just to be an emperor. Like, I want to be an emperor because he, she, they, doesn't matter gender. You want to be in this like personal place of power with yourself, not with the world. You want to be on your own throne, in your head, in your mind, so you can be strong enough to move forward with what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is coming to light here. So we're going to use the light side of the tarot deck here. And I think I'm going to put some timestamps in this. And I think this is how we're probably going to be doing some readings, because I've been getting some intuitive things, and I'm very excited to explore more tarot decks. But these two tarot decks very much have been speaking to me recently, and I feel like they need to be spoken to you. The Tarot of Light and Shadow is what this is called. Clear, honest message. What is really being brought to light here? I almost thought like a card jumped out and I didn't see it fall. Just want to make sure. Okay, we're good. Alright. What needs to be explored here, truly, for our collective? Ooh, 8 of Serpents. 8 of Pentacles. The work you've been doing has been collectively, like, upgrading your soul, I'm hearing. Because if we have 10 Pentacles internally, really in the shadows inside of you, if you have that energy internally, you're going to put that into the 8 of Pentacles external energy, and that's where I feel like you become very, very clear about what you want to do. That's when you move. That's when you move forward. And when you move forward, you are speaking every bit of truth out into the open, and it's shattering. Oh, this is an 8 of Pentacles, because I almost counted wrong. This is 7 of Pentacles, but still that energy still stands. This energy of the 8 of Pentacles, of like stuff you're working on, still, it makes sense here is what I'm hearing, because it is things that you are working on. You planted the seeds to grow that 7 of Pentacles quote unquote plant that is usually represented in most regular tarot decks. You grew that. You grew those seeds of opportunity, and now it's almost ready to like experience the harvest, because I feel like the harvest of this is not just like something that's in the far-fetched future anymore. And you used to think that, and the more you've started to be clearly honest with yourself, is the more you've expanded this knowledge on what you choose to grow, what you want to grow, and what you know you need to grow. Ace of Swords. Rising from the ashes is what I'm hearing. But with the fact that like this water is like red here, it's almost like rising from the smoke, the fire, the flames. The air energy that has stoked the fire is now stoking a fire of truth. It's stoking a fire of truth upon what you have worked on, because what you've worked on has been so honest and true. And I think there's a lot of energies that are like, what do you mean collective's energy is honest and true? That's not true at all. It's this, that, and the other. And it's like, through, I feel like people putting 2 and 2 together, the 2 and 2 they're putting together is what someone's saying versus your actions and the actual honesty you are exuding and expressing. And you're willing for people to ask you hard questions because you want to explore yourself, you want to understand more about you, and that doesn't come with asking yourself the easy questions. And I feel like someone's like speaking into their like cauldron, almost like, oh, let me ask all of the easy questions, and they're constantly getting back. I feel like someone's doing some magic here, divination, and trying to like ask easy questions, but they keep getting the hard answer and the hard truth as the result, and they can't handle that. So I'm also hearing that some people are just going to constantly divinate on you because they can't understand what's going on with you right now. And they can't understand because they can't understand what it's like to do the fucking work. Like, plain and goddamn simple. Like, excuse me, we're like cursing, but like, it's like no one's willing to do the fucking work here on the other side. You're sitting here like, when you do the work, this is what you become, and this is what you experience when you break free from this. And I feel like you are willing and very giving and forgiving for people who are willing to do the work, even if they've made mistakes with you. Even if they've made mistakes with you and fucked up with you, you're willing to actually explore the truth for what it is. Like, you understand that it's just the truth of the situation and how someone feels. You may not, like, be best friends with them at the end of the day, but you can still be cordial with them and respect them. And the people who aren't willing to do the work, I think you're healing the part that can't say bye. That says you can't, oh, well, they're stuck with the devil. That's it now. You can't help them. I'm hearing that feeling is going to be the breakthrough of the beyond, is what I'm hearing. It sounds kind of like goofy, I feel, but I feel like that really resonates with some people that are going to be seeing this video. Like, you understand the breakthrough to the beyond. The beyond is this enlightenment in your mind. Maybe that, oh, the way this energy is like lit up, it's like bringing that light to that shadow. And that shadow part that isn't like going to sit around and let dishonesty reign like over their work. That's what it is. That's why I'm so focused on these waters. These waters of like red energy are like spiritual warfare almost, I'm hearing. But also like waves of dishonesty, waves of disingenuousness that you're breaking through and striving above and beyond these energies through your actions, through the Seven of Pentacles, what you've been working on, what you've been experiencing. And you are seeing not just the growth, like you are physically seeing the growth. Like, you maybe are scheduling your day a bit different, you're eating a bit different, you're acting not necessarily a bit different, but just like you're expressing yourself in a different, more open way than before. And that's what's getting people to see that, oh, the metaphorical plant that of your life that you've been growing isn't just budding, like it's blooming now. Like, you have little flowers on this metaphorical plant that are blooming. Or even like if it's a fruit plant or a veggie plant, like you're seeing things starting to bud, like a tomato really just starting to like grow in its tiny little green state, where it's just like, oh my god, it's starting to grow, like it's really growing. And part of what is making you so determined is this energy of like, I've done all the work, and you know, not all of it, because there's always more to learn, but you've done this work in order to fully experience what you could become and what you know you can become. Like, that is a completely different energy than ever before, and it's allowing you to see this breakthrough to the other side, because you're like, oh, okay, I see things starting to grow. There's not much time now, is what it feels like. There's not much time now between you and your literal manifestations, and a little energy of be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. I'm hearing what you wished for was genuine people. Not just genuine people, but people who are genuine. Like, you want honesty out of all of the conversations you have with humans, because I feel like that's where you grow to learn the most about humans. And you're someone that's very, very intuitive and very much trying to shine your light along this path and shine the light on things that aren't talked about, because that's where we learn the most. That's where it's not just you learning, it's everyone around you learning. And I think that is a great like energy to have, because you are exploring yourself in more ways than just one. You're seeing yourself in other people's shoes in more ways than just one. Even if you can't fully imagine it, you're getting to those hard conversations to understand it. And when you understand it, that's when it becomes so very different. Six of Pentacles, when you understand it, that's when you can give and receive at the same time in a very calm, balanced manner that isn't you giving too much and isn't you trying to take too much, because you know when you receive, you are essentially taking. Like, that is the give and that is the take, kind of the that energy. And I think someone needs to accept that I I give just to give, man, is what someone's saying here. And I feel like that's partially you, but I feel like you have an energy that just wants to give to you because you have done the fucking work. I'm half hearing that this could be spirit in general, but I'm also really, really, ooh, I'm getting the idea that, like, you may have a lot to heal around people giving you things out of the genuine kindness of their heart, and because they actually want to give something to you that you enjoy, that they know that you enjoy, and that it's not out of a, oh, I'm gonna try and keep this person around so I can use them for this or use them for their kindness. It's like, no, like, I just wanted to give this to you. Seven of Swords is like this idea of, hey, I feel like someone just wanted to give this to you. It doesn't matter about any other thing that has happened in the past, because while that matters, it's like you're healing from people who were giving out of an obligation of something. There's a lot of energy that maybe that's why you don't take things as much, because if someone's giving to you in a form of an, it's, oh, they feel obligated, whether it's mean, kind-hearted, or mean-spirited, like, whatever the intention of the person is, it's always from a dishonest and disgenuous state of mind, and you do not like taking on that energy. Because I think what you are recognizing is when you do take from these people and the energies that are giving out of an obligation, you are accepting that, oh, I am taking on a bit of their energy and a bit of the fact that they feel like they need to essentially people please. And you come from that people pleasing, healing, giving mindset, and you've healed this part of you. Whether it's healed fully or not, you've healed this part of you that has allowed you to explore so much more than you felt like you could explore before, but it's freed you. So now you're cutting these off in a way of, oh, hey, this is what I actually like, and I know you're trying to give this to me, but don't, like, literally telling people you don't have to. Like, I'm fine without it, and you are actually getting to like the true part of, like, you'd rather have a full-blown, like, 5-hour long, in-depth, real deep conversation with somebody than any present in the entire world, any gift that you could be ever be given in this entire world. A conversation with someone is something that you hold to your core, and I think that you are getting through to people with that, and the fact that conversating and socializing even and being communicative is healing, not just for you but for the person that could be giving to you and giving this energy. And I'm hearing that this is more people than just one. This is more than just the classic little, oh, my one friend is people pleasing me too much, and I know they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart, but I can't tell them no. Yes, you can, because you have to redirect that no into something that is going to heal both sides, of where you feel like you're not giving too much, but that person's not giving too much either, and you're just enjoying the presence of each other. There's an energy of really just enjoying the presence of each other in how you explore the world, explore life, explore your magic, explore your manifestations. Oh, the star card in this is literally just called the stars. It's just called the stars. That is so cute. Okay. The Magician card is very, very intuitive here, because I think you are recognizing how you are alchemizing all of this energy within yourself. You are seeing things in such a brighter way than before, that the bottom of the deck energies do not lie. The bottom of the deck energies for both decks is Ten of Pentacles in the shadow deck and the stars in the light deck. And the fact that in the shadows is strength, stability, and honest, true, passionate stability and passionate exploration and epiphanies on balance, on justice, on just karmic balances in a very general way of speaking. You're healing all of this in order to bring it to fruition, bring it to light. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're a little nervous at all that you are technically going to bring a devil energy to light, do not be afraid, because that's what's meant to happen, is what I'm hearing. Someone's meant to be exposed in a way. And I say in a way because it may not have to be done with your voice at all. It may have to be done with your actions, and that is the most telling thing of all, like for a lot of people that are surrounding this other devil-like energy. Because when you move differently, you understand how you can create healing within this whole entire, like, disingenuous situation. You got home, number 44. You got home and letting go. The sun, the sun, the sun. The sun is a big, big key of, like, not just synchronicity, but, like, you are exploring so much more in your elemental space. Like, I feel like you have created that home within yourself, that 10 pentacles, that usually what the 10 pentacles represents is that solid structure, and structure, like structurally sound home, to the core. And anytime that, like, things may get messy, you're there to try and clean it up and try to fix it up. Like, you're creating this home through letting go. Oh my god, I just noticed we have 43 and 44. 43 and 44. Literally going from 7 to 8. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Going from inner strength to creating stability, abundance, and unity and balance within your world. I want to hear what the... Ooh, number 9, perception. Perception. Just want that last one, but let's get something from the circle cards, the archetype oracle, because this is going to be the last of the reading here. Alright. Oh, jeez. The tear. When you let go, I think I'm hearing someone needs to cry. When you have the right time, if you want to, like, not cry just alone in your bed and, like, sulking in a corner, put on a movie that really resonates to what you're going through. Put on something that is very, like, reminiscent of things that you're going through, because I feel like there's a mentor, a spiritual mentor, really trying to somewhat make contact with you. And this could be your higher self, but I feel like there is, like, a very high level, you could say, spiritual being that is trying to help you, guide you, mentor you. And I feel like you already know who this mentor could be, is what I'm hearing. Even if it's someone you know physically, like, I feel like there's the energy of understanding who of your guides, your spirit guides, is really giving you this mentorship and understanding who you are at the end of the day. Because when you, I feel like, really shed those tears, you shed every weight of those tears, is what I'm hearing. Once that floodgate opens, you almost do nothing to stop this energy going. You let it flow out of you intuitively and like very therapeutically, is what I'm hearing. So don't be afraid to go there, because it's not like you're crying for nothing. What this tear is allowing you to do is get all of the toxic waters out of your eye and allow you to see clearer. Clearing out the energy, and I want to say that third eye chakra. Ooh. I'm getting that the video that was uploaded before this one is going to be very, very important to this message as well. I feel like you need to get confirmation from something. And in the last video, I remember we talked a lot about the duality of truth. And I think I'm going to leave it there because, oh, hold on. We have the temple and the prayer, kind of the splitting the deck here. I think you need to understand how much not only your like prayer, your intention, your solid intention has effects on not only your body but like your intuitive emotional state. And I don't know what that means, but I'm hearing obviously drink your water, take care of your temple, your body, with what it needs. I don't care what anyone else thinks it needs, is kind of what part of you is saying to yourself, and what you got to remind yourself. Do not care what anyone else says that you think you need. Trust your body, trust the research you're doing on your body if you have any different conditions, or are like me, who I was not lactose intolerant for the first 20 years of my life, and then randomly became lactose intolerant to where, oh, I just can't have milk. Oh, I can't have cheese anymore. Oh, yeah, I can't even have butter on anything anymore. But I have had to make these dietary changes that have actually weirdly led me to a better diet and a healthier diet. And it's not like I was eating unhealthy before. It's just that when you're limited to something, you have to make changes, you have to make room. And what you can do is make room for things that work for you. And when you put your intention of like, okay, I can't do something, but this is my intention still. My intention was still to be healthy, and I would eat cheese a lot, but not in the sense of a lot. It would just be like, oh yeah, I need dairy in my diet when I would eat any dairy stuff. So cutting that out, it's like, okay, well now I'm eating other things to get these nutrients, but my body is responding to these things. So I want you to kind of understand how your body is responding to not just your diet, but like how kind and honest you are about your body. I feel like you're someone who has grown to be very kind and honest with yourself about your body and just see it as another body. And body dysmorphia is for sure a thing. So I'm not here to preach to the choir. With the prayer card, that makes me laugh. Preach to the choir on any of that stuff. Because you can have body dysmorphia in so many ways, more than just one, that it's a very complex thing to not just overcome, but to really get in tune with what your body needs and be honest and make a good relationship. And I think that's what you've been doing currently, is making a good relationship with like, no, my body needs this, and I need to stop treating it like it can handle all of the other stuff. And it's not like your body can't handle some things, it's more of like it can handle those things in the right settings, with the right nutrients with it, with the right exercise, with the right water intake. Like, you're not cutting yourself off completely from things, is what I'm hearing as well. So be grateful for all of these lessons you've learned, because I'm seeing that gratitude right in all of this. And this card I'm not even gonna read, because we read this card from the book in the video before that. So this is just a sign. This card is a sign to watch the reading before this one. Just go to my videos on my channel and you'll see the order of all of the videos. And I would like to thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, please definitely give some feedback down in the comments if you want, and let me know what synchronicities you saw, because I feel like obviously serpents, snakes for the serpents in the light and shadow tarot deck. Obviously birds, water, and water when it comes to how fluid you speak. Because when we kind of choke up on words or we mess up on words. It's either we're speaking too fast or we're not giving ourselves time to think fluidly, or we're trying to, like, it's an energy of chasing. But I don't think you are ever really chasing. I feel like that there's an energy of someone else's chasing, and that's what's gotten you to recognize, to be like, oh, I shouldn't do that. I should learn to find balance with all of this. I should learn to find um intuitive balance is what I'm hearing. So allow yourself to be guided by, I'm hearing, yourself and the ones that have been guiding you this whole time, because I feel like you've been trusting in a lot of like spiritual guides right now. Trust in their wisdom, trust in the mentors you have around you, the mentors you look up to, that you look up to for like deep reasons. It's not just, oh, I like what this person had to say one time. Like, you liked what they said they had to say one time, you kept looking into their stuff, you kept looking into what they were saying, and you did more research about them, learned about their life story. Like, those mentors are going to help you succeed in this healing. Like, I can't explain it other than that. Going and diving deep into the mentorship and being your own mentor in this, and really shedding those tears and shedding those like little bits of weight. And I'm hearing little bits of water weight, because you gotta shed the tears is what I'm hearing. You gotta shed the tears, you gotta shed the tears. It's the only way that you're gonna come out of this even stronger than before, because I think that is not just a goal that you want, it's like a goal of necessity now, because that's how the Emperor stays so strong. That is the balance that is put into the Emperor card. And even the Magician card, when the Magician is representing with the 4 different elements of fire, water, air, and earth, that is a big representation of like the Emperor and the 4 kind of, the 4 card, or the number 4 that it's associated with, because it's the 4th card in the tarot. The Emperor talks about the number 4 in a way that is solid, sound, structured, and determined. Determined. And people can sense a false sense of determination from a mile away, and you need to hear that. You need to hear that. Some people can sense that from a mile away, and that's why they're coming towards you and asking you not necessarily the hard questions like about you, it's like the hard questions about life, talking about the hard things, talking about things not necessarily that are taboo, but that like, oh, I don't want to talk about that because it's just negative. But you understand that when you dive into those dark spaces, bringing it to light provides so much healing and connective, like, I want to say you connect with people and connect with communities so much, like in those spaces of bringing the darkness to light, you connect with people so much better than before, and people see that and they connect with each other, not just you. Like everyone's connecting with each other in those spaces. So be grateful for all of these things that you are really not necessarily looking up to, because all of the things you're looking up to are all of the things and passions you have inside your heart, and I want you to look up to those things and constantly keep your mind in check about how you're talking about your temple, per se, your vessel, whatever you want to call it. And I just want to say thank you for letting me read your cards, and that is all I have for you. Bye.